Hey, welcome back to the channel. Got a cool little magazine here, Knife Magazine. It is a collector magazine, if you're not aware of it. And there's a couple toothpicks there. I don't know whether I'll get to talking about them or not, but that's kind of the plan. So if you'd like to hear about a really cool resource for you, if you like to collect knives, go ahead and check out this video. All right, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Today we're just going to be looking at this magazine, collector magazine, showing you what it's all about. I think it's a really good resource, and we'll cover it pretty quick. We've got some toothpicks on the side here. I want to look at those. I don't know whether I'm going to get to them or not, but hopefully we will. So hi to all my viewers. Thank you so much for your support. Man, it means so much. I'm just so thankful for your comments, your likes, and your shares. I think I had like 17 shares last week. It doesn't seem like I got to everybody to thank everybody, but I'm thanking you now. And so without further ado, let's check out this magazine. So this is a magazine dedicated to knife enthusiasts and collectors. As you can see here, it's not all vintage. This is highlighting Braun Horst, a Canadian knife manufacturer, or a custom knife manufacturer. You can see up here it was $9.95. Total subscription to this, I think it was $29.95. They have an online version that's $19.95, $10 cheaper. I've been using this company probably at least 4 years. I get a lot of really good research from this company and a lot of good information. If you subscribe to the online version, you have access to all their old articles, and so there's 25, 40 years of research available to you. So a lot of advertising from different companies in this magazine, and why it's so good is if you just look at the table of contents. And so if you look up here, the first article, that's not the first article, but What Is It by Bernard Levin is writing articles for this magazine. Doug Ritter, lawyer. Bruce Bowles. You see several articles by Bruce there. Over here you see this vintage knives by Brad Lockwood. So let me see here. This is a new book I got from Case by Brad Lockwood. If you look over here, the editor and publisher now is Mark Zielinski, foremost collector in the country, and one of the leading, if not the leading expert on Bowie knives. So you have a lot of talent in this paper here. And here's a really cool article on switchblades. It's going through the history. I have it marked with this note from my wife. Love you, baby. Thank you for all you do to take care of me. Your wife, Sherry. This is in case I forget. She's my wife, but isn't that sweet that she does things like that? So just really cool information. Look at all of this old vintage pictures and history that you can find. Here's Bernard Levin's little thing where he talks about, different kind of weird knives and things like that. People have questions, what is it? Here's an article by Brad on the Village of Knives, which is the history of Little Valley. And of course that I think it's something like 26 different companies were operating out of Little Valley, New York. So a lot of cool case stuff here. Just really cool stuff. This right here, is just a section for knife news. You can see you have up-to-date information here. Down here is the board. Here's Savibi's new release, and all kinds of ads for companies if you're looking to collect. This is a auction announcement. Look at those old Bowies. Oh my gosh. Would I have the money to get involved in some of that stuff? Over here, you have, a section here of news, knife news. So that's really cool. This is a famous American artist of Native Americans. Just really, really good information in this collector magazine here. And this comes once a month. So yeah, I think it's worth having. Like I said, over the past 4 years, this is my first print collection. I've had online memberships over the past 4 years. Man, I get a lot of really, really good information. And these are all toothpicks. I'm not really going to do a history here. I'm just going to talk about them a little bit because I like them. So toothpicks, for the most part, are single-bladed clasp style knives. So they fall into that big family of clasp knives, but they're really treated by collectors as a separate knife. And initially they were 5-inch long knives. This is 5.5-inch marbles. I just featured this in a video. And this is 5-inch. This is a Remington, original Remington from pre-1940 to, I think, 1933 to 1940. So, 5 inches, the normal, that's these right here. You can see they're very similar in size, all of them. And then medium is in the 4 to 4.5-inch range. These are really cool. When I first started getting these, I was getting the 5-inch ones, and I said, man, that'd be really cool to have in a 4-inch pattern. And boom! They actually made them in a 4-inch pattern. Here's a Rough Rider. I think this is really cool. I love this little spider knife because, I don't know, sometimes I like bling, sometimes I just like unusual stuff. And it's cool. And then they had a little tiny size, and these were called back in the day in the 50s, let me try to get this out right, Picatinny knife. I'll spell that. Picatinny knife. And usually they had a clasp on the end so that you could put them onto a key ring. And that's how they were sold, as little tiny key rings or a lady's bag knife. And that's what originally these were. Now they're just collector knives, and guys like to collect these little tiny ones. So initially what attracted me to this knife is this really slim, these are very slim, long, skinny, slicey blades on these knives. And just a really sexy looking blade on there. And then when I actually got one, man, look how that just tucks into your hand right there. The design of this is just perfect. And these make fantastic bird and trout knives. So if you're a small game hunter, a bird hunter, if you fish, these make absolutely fantastic tackle box knives. Little slim knives to take bird and trout so you can clean, your small game out. And if you add, these are called ticklers. I've seen them called Saturday night specials, 38 specials, powder horns, because they kind of look like the old powder horn here, and then Texas toothpicks. And those knives have the single really slim blade, slicey blade on there. And then if you add a blade, if you add this blade, it's a fish knife all of a sudden. So it goes from a toothpick to a fish knife because it has a fish blade on it. So these knives are just fantastic in your tackle box. You know, if you fish saltwater, you like to cut bait, you know, this is perfect for cutting bait. I've never been a fish scaler myself. A lot of people eat their fish that way. They just scale them and then fry them up. But so I don't use a scaler much, but this hook remover is just fantastic. You know, if you've ever fished for bass or really any fish, sometimes those hooks can get down in there. You get that in there and you can pull it right out, rather than, it's kind of hard to get your fingers down in there to pull the hook out, and that's what that is for right there. You just pow, and just fantastic addition to the tackle box right there. I don't have a big collection. This is not all of mine, but I just wanted to throw some out there and talk about them because I haven't talked about them in a while, and I just think they're fantastic. This is an Imperial with a cool little fish, and of course, it's a fish knife. So this is a smaller fish knife. This is a 4-inch variety that would fit right in your pocket, right into a pouch if you're a fly fisherman, or you like to put waders on. Fits your hand, 4 inches, just perfect. So that's the deal on my toothpicks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Man, I'm telling you, this is a good magazine right here. You ought to get a hold of some of these. I know I talk to people all the time. They have a lot of questions, and this has a lot of answers. Not only that, it just has cool stuff to look at. So thanks again. Thanks for supporting the channel. We'll talk to you later.